Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you a breakfast recipe. Is a flatbread that is cooked in the pan. You might see so many ingredients, but don't worry, they're very simple and you can find them in any shop. So the ingredients we need for this flatbread called melwi, or the folded in Moroccan. We need 1 cup of plain white flour. We need 1 cup of fine semolina. We need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of sugar, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. This is for working the dough. We will also need some warm water. And for folding the dough, we need some vegetable oil, some fine semolina, the same that we used in the dough, and some butter, about half cup. We might not use it all, room temperature butter. So the first thing we'll do is to work the dough. Alright, we take a bowl, large one, so we can work our dough with ease. I'll put the flours that I have, the salt, the sugar, and the baking powder. Give it a little mix with a spatula, and then start adding my water slowly, working my dough at the same time. I don't want the dough to be too hard, but it should be like a bit soft. And I need to add water till I see that is easy to work, as you can see. And also because semolina does absorb water, so we need to add as much water to make sure that the dough later on is not gonna become hard again. As you can see, it's a pretty soft texture. Now our dough is ready. We're gonna cover it and let it rest for about 30 minutes. Alright, now after 30 minutes that my dough has rested, I need some plain flour just to sprinkle my surface with and start working my dough. If you have a stand mixer, you can use it. As you can see, the dough is soft but it's still workable. I'm just gonna start adding flour slowly and working out my dough. You can use any method you want. I do prefer to use the palm of my hand, like so, and work it gently. Don't add plenty of flour, just add slowly till you see that the dough is worked, it's homogeneous, the surface is soft and even. We don't want it to make it hard, we want to keep it soft, but make sure we have a well worked dough. As you can see, you can play with it as much as you can, up to 5 minutes, and that's it. Now my dough is ready. I will have to get some oil and a tray where I can divide my dough. This dough is enough to make 4 flatbreads, but if you want small one, you can make up to 6 ones. I chose to use 4 because I think they are the right size. This is enough for 4 people, but if you like to eat much, you can have 2 flatbreads. It's up to your taste. As you can see, we try to make circles out of the dough, helping with the oil to make sure the dough doesn't stick to our hands or to the surface. And we let everything to rest again for about 5 minutes. I will cover it with some cling film just to help it to rest and come back. Alright, as you can see, I chose to put a parchment paper or baking paper on the bottom of my dough because I don't want it to stick. And I will start to work my dough slowly with my hand. You can use also a roller pan if you want, but I do prefer my hand like this. Do use also plenty of oil on the parchment paper because we don't want it to stick. Now I took the butter that I melted and I start spreading a little bit of butter on the top of my dough. As you can see, it's very thin. Now I'm sprinkling a little bit of fine semolina. This operation will help me to create some layers between the doughs and allow them to don't stick to each other. As you can see, it's pretty simple, folding it, making a rectangle shape. Then we're gonna again repeat the same operation. We're gonna spread some melted butter and sprinkle some semolina on the top and fold it again in half like this to make a long strip. Again, put some melted butter, some semolina, and then start folding it like this to make sure we have some kind of cylinder. And then the bottom we put the leftover of the dough, and we have this round like this. Repeat this operation again just to show you how to do it. It's pretty simple. We spread the dough as much as we can to make it the thinnest possible. We sprinkle some melted butter on the top just to spread it over all the dough, all the surface. Sprinkle a little bit of semolina. Fold it into two parts to create a rectangle. You can stretch a little bit. The dough, as you can see, can stretch easily. And again, some melted butter, some semolina, and fold it again. I think with experience, if you get to do this 2-3 times, you will get used to all this operation. As you can see, the parchment paper or baking paper is helping me a lot to work through this process. All right, now we have 4 bowls made. After I work the 4 bowls, I will take the first one that I made and try to make a circle. Try to spread it a little bit. I don't want it to be too thin. A little bit, about 2 centimeters thick, I think. Work it with my hand. You can use a roller pan, and then with the help of parchment paper, I'll put it straight away on my pan. The frying pan is a cast iron one, and it's already warm. I let it to cook for 2-3 minutes to 5 minutes on a low heat, and then flip it over. As you can see, add a little bit of oil, and 5 minutes each side. My flatbread is ready. Okay guys, this is the final result. I finished cooking the 4 flatbreads. Drizzling a little bit of honey melted with some butter. You can add anything like syrup or anything you want to add on the top, but just eat it like this. I'm serving it also with some Moroccan tea with mint. This is a very good combination for breakfast. I'll just tinge my bread in the honey and eat it. It's very nice, sweet, tasty breakfast. Easy. As you can see, the bread is flaky. It's soft on the inside. You can see the layers. It's really tasty recipe, very easy, simple, and with a nice cup of tea is the best. Thank you guys for watching my video. Hope to see you soon in the next video. Until then, please don't forget to subscribe and like my video and share. Bye.